See, Newton's first law also is called law of inertia. What do you mean by inertia? If a body is at rest, it does not want to move. It has an inherent quality or inability that it can by itself move. So if I take a body like this, if a body is taken, if this body is at rest, by itself it cannot move. This is called inertia of rest. Inertia of rest. See, I'll try to give you one example. Suppose a person is standing on a truck. The truck is in the state of inertia of rest. As well, the person is also in the state of rest. So the truck is in the state of rest. The person also is in the state of rest. Now let us see. When truck starts suddenly, what is going to happen? So what do you notice? When truck starts suddenly, the truck comes into motion. But the person who is standing on the truck remains in the state of rest. That is the reason he fell back. That means every body which is in the state of rest wants to remain in the state of rest. So in this case, what we have seen is a person standing on a truck. The truck starts moving. The truck moves in this direction, but the person remains at rest, and therefore he falls backward because truck has moved forward. This is the explanation which we give for inertia of rest. Tendency of a body to remain in the state of rest is called inertia of rest. Also, let us notice the second point of this inertia. Tendency of a body to move in a uniform motion straight line, we will call that as inertia of motion. See, inertia of motion means every body also has a tendency to move and continue to move. If a body is in motion, it does not want to come to rest. It is in motion. It doesn't want to come to rest. For example, we have a person standing on a moving truck. The truck is moving in this direction. See the motion of truck. When a person is standing on the truck, he is also in motion. Means inertia of motion for a person, inertia of motion for the truck. These two objects are in inertia of motion. Let us see now when the truck is brought to rest, what will happen? See very carefully, brakes are applied to the truck. Now the truck has come to state of rest. It has come to state of rest. But this person who was earlier in the state of inertia of motion along with the truck continues in the state of motion. Hence, he will have a fall forward. The person falls forward because he is in the inertia of motion, whereas the truck is now brought to inertia of rest. It was in motion, brakes are applied, now the truck has come to rest. You see the person is fall forward. Let us see the complete demonstration again. So dear student, did you follow what is inertia? I have demonstrated here two types of inertias. One is inertia of rest, another is inertia of motion. So if a body is in the state of rest, it continues in the state of rest, and if a body is in state of motion, it continues in the state of motion. This is what Newton has explained in the first part, first law. In the first law, First part, every body remains or tendency has a tendency to remain in the state of rest or of uniform motion. Let us see the second part of Newton's first law. In the second part, he states that we can change the inertia of rest to inertia of motion or inertia of motion to inertia of rest by applying a force. So he is trying to give the definition of force.